There are some things in life that truly defy what is right and what is wrong. Wars, romance, beliefs, addictions. And with my addiction to media that is younger than I am, then you can clearly say that I am wrong. But deep down I know that I am right. And I'll always think so as I walk to my war, my romance, my belief, my addiction. What? I need a new shirt. I mean, Oscar's awesome and all, but it's like, he needs a rest sometime. And that way, how can we promote Smiley here? Smiley needs to love two people. Please. Also, I found this in the trash. That's right, people. I'm going there. Why is there lightning out? Hey there! My name is PRESCHOOL GUY, but you may call me the Preschool Guy. In reality, I'm in my mid-20s. But at heart,
this game right here is the best thing in existence, and I'll kill anyone who says otherwise.
And by kill, I mean get you delicious ice cream. Bubsy 3D. Bubsy 3D. What can be said about this game that so many others have said before? Oh gee, I don't know, how about...
Bubsy 3D is without doubt the worst piece of shit I've ever put into my PlayStation.
Who looked at this and thought it was okay?
I think for the remainder of this video, I'm just gonna put Mario in the bottom corner of the screen. At least that way you'll have a good game to look at.
If there is a hell, I could only imagine that my own personal one would be playing this game for all eternity.
Oh God! Oh God!
Jeez Louise, guys! Next thing you're gonna tell me is that Final Fantasy VII doesn't have any flaws. Now, don't get me wrong, I can see that people would say that this is just a rip-off of Super Mario 64, or how the developers hated the children of America with their products, or, oh, this is just the video game equivalent to Battlefield Earth or something. And yeah, I can see that any game player today would just quit on the first level without giving the game a full playthrough to the end. Yeah. But did you get this game for Christmas when it was released the same year in Europe? Did you play it to your heart content along with another game that was released on that same year? And those were the only two games that you had during that time. But since Crash 2 kind of broke down in the middle of the game, which means I couldn't go any further, I had to stick with Bubsy 3D, playing it over and over again, not knowing for the knowledge that people were ruining it by saying bad things behind his back, burning the cartridges, the discs, and then using the remains as toilet paper because, oh no, I forgot to buy toilet paper at the groceries, but it's okay, Bubsy 3D is okay. But no, did you ever do any of that stuff? Did you stick with it till the very end of the game, beat the final boss, get all the rockets, and suffer through everything that you didn't know you were suffering from? No. You didn't? Okay, I guess I'm the only one on that minority then. But with that said, I guess I'm the only one that can take on this game now without rage quitting. So, you can leave if you want. I mean, the title of the episode is Bubsy 3D. It's gonna be bad, right? But I'm gonna prove that I have the mind and the nostalgia for this game to go on. So, if you want to stick around, fine. But note that I am going to rate the pluses. So, with that said, let's dive into Bubsy 3D. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Now, I should note beforehand that I have never played any of the other Bubsy games at all. Well, the first one maybe for like 5 minutes when I was a kid, and the second one I never knew existed. Because Bubsy 3D comes after Bubsy 1, right? So I didn't know the existence about those two games well after when I played this little gem right here. I mean, come on people, this is Bubsy 3D right here. I mean, great things are to be expected and guaranteed from the people behind Accolade. That kind of sounds like the businessman's equivalent to a Gatorade, doesn't it? The plot for the game is simple and yet complex at the same time. For a PTA meeting with all the baddies that we're clearly going to be fighting later on, we find out that Bubsy was captured by the Woolies and brought to the home planet Rayon. Sounds like a deleted planet that was removed from Star Wars, right? Let's go to Rayon. The Woolies are going to wage war against the Ewoks for best annoying side character in the world. Seriously, people, why are you getting excited for episode 7? However, the rocket used to bring him to the planet malfunctioned, and Bubsy escaped under all the confusion and delay.
We have our best people in Woolly Intelligence working on that right now. So far, all we know is that the creature's plan somehow revolves around collecting atoms and rockets. But
I'm sure that our hero has used this chance to survey his new surroundings and launch a successful counterattack against his mortal enemies.
I knew I should have taken that left turn at Uranus! Was it something I said? What could possibly go wrong?
Or we're going to get the one-liners that we would expect from Gex. Except worse. Hold me. I don't know if it's the voice actress's fault, or the writer's fault, or the guy that clearly got these jokes from those old penguin biscuit rappers' fault, but clearly, these quotes can turn any gamer off immediately. Just listen to these quotes and tell me you're not the least bit ticked off.
2 points! You're not so tough. Sting like a bee. Smokin'! Eat that, Jim. Strength and beauty. The perfect combo. Alrighty then.
Bubsy smash puny wall.
Yeah. Man, could you imagine this voice trying to do the simplest things in our everyday lives? Like ordering a pizza?
Yes, I would like the meatiest pizza that you can put on the plate.
That would be the meat lovers, sir.
Also, add a dozen breadsticks to that toll, but don't be cheesy on that order.
Sir, you are making this way harder than it needs to be.
You know what? Add some Pepsi to my load, but no Coke, mind you. We don't need any of the white stuff on my plate, baby.
I'm not getting a tip, am I?
Here's a tip. Make sure the driver has a woolly jacket on before he leaves.
That's it. I'm firing.
Firing who? The delivery boy? Nah, there goes one slice of my life.
Alright, let's just play the actual game itself. And just from the first level, you can tell that we're gonna have so much fun.
So, you wanna be a video game star?
How does it feel? How does it feel to walk into Dante's Inferno, living the 12 trials of hell, knowing that you're about to step into an afterlife full of torture, pain, suffering, regrets? Sounds like Christmas with the Crunks to me. As far as I can tell, people have criticized this game on 5 major points that they feel have been majorly flawed at. The graphics, the controls, the difficulty, the audio, and the story. And it's kind of hard not to notice the look of this game as soon as we are done with the soup. Just look at that draw distance. Look at the unfinished textures on those walls. Just look at those enemies. Just look at the platforms. I've seen better pixelated templates from the first Pandemonium game. Kids of today with your Xbox Ones and your 3DSs. Look at that. This is what you didn't grow up with. Man, this game sure is ugly, huh? Well, what did you expect from the planet's radiation? I mean, think about it. The dense fog. Yeah, radiation, global warming, all that good stuff. Did you not think that that might have something to do with it and not the lazy programmers? And yeah, look, the pixelated enemies around the hands, huh? They're all mutated. No arms, long necks. That's got something to do with all that, right? And look at those platforms floating across the space. Well, let me ask you this. Did you ever think that James Cameron's Avatar ripped off this idea? He was playing Bubsy 3D himself. He was like, you know what would go good with my movie about blue cats? Flying platforms and cliffs. I'm gonna be a billionaire. Seriously though, I can overlook this. Seeing as how Silent Hill would do the whole draw distance thing 3 years later for their game. I mean, kind of hard to overlook anything though in this place. What I have a little harder time to overlook though are the controls. You would think that being a 3D platformer, it would move like your typical Crash Bandicoots and your 3D Marios. Well, no. To move, you would use the left and right directional buttons to navigate which route you want to take, and then use the up directional button to go forward. You can try using both up and either left or right at the same time, just to be a little dangerous, but even then, it's like being in a Burnout game. You just can't control the speed wherever you go and you end up crashing into the wall or something. And jumping? Yeah, we can jump. But why not add the bird's eye view of Bubsy while we're jumping? Surely that'll be great for planning your next move, right? Actually, yes. Yes, it is. I would use the jumping technique not just for giggles, but in a sense it's a little easier to move about once you get the hang of it. Before you end up hanging yourself from the torture. And why not add gliding to that flawless jumping while immediately holding another button after pressing the jump button? Surely it will help getting to other areas with propellers on the ground. Yay. Man jumping around, pressing the X button, going whee, and then plummeting down so you'd see that way again. Wouldn't that look good in real life?
Look at me! I'm jumping ahead of the competition. They should call me Springy Gonzalez. I'm gonna add some hop to that pop. You can tell I hit all my X's with my jumps. Hey, I'm Dennis Hop. No, my head was too far in the clouds.
And for your main weapon against your radiated foes? Why, atoms! 'Cause bobcats surely love them atoms. Or a bunk to the head, well, whatever, I don't care. Well, you best learn both of these techniques because some enemies require a bunk to the head, while others need a blast from your atom blaster. Or else, if you lose all of your paws, you'll get one of the many little death scenes right here. Crash, you should be ashamed of yourself. Wow! Yeah, if you are not careful to the many hazards that this game will throw at you at every corner, then the difficulty will rise. I mean, not just the enemies, mind you, but the helpful propellers, the helpful rocket cars, the helpful power-ups, and the helpful water. Heck, even the helpful bonus rounds can be a hazard, so, yeah, nice job on that one Atom Award. And also, that's not counting the underwater levels that you would play here. I mean, Echo the Dolphin could just suck it. The only way to even survive for a second, not just in the underwater levels, but any level in general, is to observe your surroundings, play by the game's hideous rules, and manage to pull through somehow.
Say, while you're waiting for the game to load, why don't you buy an extra disc for your friends to play, so that way they can enjoy Bubsy 3D as well. Please? Come on, dude. These are like 500,000 discs worth of this just game alone. From the past 15 years. No one's ever bought these or even taken them. Guys, please, come on. I got a wife and kids to feed, man. But I can't do that if you're not playing this.
As for Bubsy himself, well, I turned the voice off. Not much to say. To be fair though, the voice work is pretty much the only thing audio-wise that people seem to remember anyway, seeing as how the music for this thing isn't exactly, Oscar-worthy. Did my chicken coop just invade my synthesizers again? All these notes, all this gameplay, all that. It really hasn't held up at all. Not the way I remembered it. Oh, okay. I should be calm, okay? I mean, the story. The one thing that games should be good at is telling the story, right? And Bubsy 3D is full of that goodness that we expect on the narrative side, right? Right? Okay, let me be clear on this matter. In the game's 16 main levels, if you take out the 2 main boss levels, there are at least 2 rocket pieces hidden away in each level. You must find all these pieces by the end of the last level, so that way you can send Bubsy back home. Or else you get the bad ending.
No one can stop our invasion plans. Earth and all its world will be ours.
But if you do get all the rockets and defeat the final boss, then you get the bad ending. Wait, what?
No one can stop our invasion plans. Earth and all its world will be ours. Hey, how did I end up in Triassic Park?
So it doesn't matter if you complete the game 100% or not, because either way, you fail and the bad guys win. I mean, doesn't that sound like the equivalent to a high school bully taking advantage of your success by taking advantage of it?
Hey loser, I heard that you figured out a way to rid cancer out of this world entirely. Looks like you get an F, loser. I'm gonna work at McDonald's.
What do you mean I'm fired? Oh, that was a whopper of a punch. Yeah, I think I'm sold at this point. It really does seem that nothing was or ever will be gained from playing Bubsy 3D in its entirety. Graphics, controls, audio, and story have nothing here that could possibly entertain the most dedicated video gamer or even just the one-timer. Clearly, the critics and the many online videos saying that this is the worst game ever made have proven me wrong.
Except,
look at me, now look at the game, now look at the TV screen, look at me again, look at the game, look at the completion radar on that thing, look at Bubsy's face. He tortures you as he mocks your stupidity. So remember, boys and girls, whenever you play an old nostalgic game, especially when it's Bubsy 3D, whenever it's so terrible inside of it, then you can admit to yourselves that you are absolutely...
Oh, God!
If there is a hell, I could only imagine that my own personal one would be playing this game for all eternity.
Bubsy 3D is without doubt the worst piece of shit I've ever put into my PlayStation.
Right. I can't deny the facts or the truth anymore. A part of me really wanted to believe that there was something good about this game, just one little thing that developers had got right. But I guess I was blinded by my childlike behavior, just enjoying the fact that I was controlling a bobcat running around, flinging atoms at enemies. A part of my childhood is gone, but yet I feel like more has been taken away from me. I can't run away from it anymore. I have to say whatever everyone else is saying, reviewer, game player alike. I have to confirm to myself that Bubsy 3D is the worst game ever made. Period. And so, how many candles were on your cake? 3? Wow, that's amazing. You really are getting to be a big girl now, aren't you? What's that? You got a games console too? Wow, I got my first game console when I was your age. What? You don't have any other games? Aside from the one I sent you, of course. Well, it's okay. You play a few levels for your cousin Reese, okay? Alright, enjoy the rest of your day. I love you too. Okay, bye. Soon, history's gonna be repeating, and I will be victorious with my message. What can possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I won my mommy.